So point number 5, okay? So as a collective, over the decades, we have been known, and we're still known, to ignore knowledge. We have refused to go into that well of knowledge, pull out from the well of knowledge, feed on knowledge, so that we can understand how to grow our communities, our societies, our nations, our people. We have embraced ignorance. And when I mean we've embraced ignorance, we have turned to religion. Now, I am not calling Christianity here. I said we have turned to religion. And in turning to religion, we have put away knowledge. So how much do we know about thriving as a people? How much do we know about managing our resources? How much do we know about managing our people? How much do we know about managing our economies? How much do we know about investing as a nation into things so that we can grow as a nation, so that we can get profits as a nation, and then feed that back into the economy, feed that back into our people? We have refused to embrace knowledge as a collective, because individually, we would rather go with the knowledge of what people think, what people have said over the course of the years or decades, than go and read and study. There are over 1 billion books in the world. How much, as a person, have you read in a year? As a collective, how much knowledge do we have? How much knowledge are we sharing with each other? How much knowledge are we implementing? Because implemented knowledge is wisdom itself, okay? So as a people, we have decided collectively to ignore knowledge. And the thing about ignoring knowledge is, once you ignore knowledge, as a collective, we suffer. Once we ignore knowledge, as a collective, we transfer ignorance to our children. And so our children, and you see so many generations that have lived ignorantly and still transferring that ignorance to their own children, and their children take that ignorance and transfer it down the line. So as a collective, what do? Let's go and start studying. Now, I'm not only talking about going to university, going to secondary school or to college. I'm talking about, how does the everyday world work? Can we go and learn that? Can we go and learn about investment? Can we go and learn about managing a collective? Can we go and learn about how to grow our agricultural portfolio as a people? Because we've got it as a collective. Can countries send out delegates that are specialists in fields to go learn more about that field and come and implement it in the countries? What are we doing as a collective? So I've talked about 5 reasons. These are the top reasons why Africa is still struggling. In the next video, okay, I'm going to talk about the 5 reasons why you, as an African, why you still struggle, okay? But from what I've said so far, you can see where we got it wrong by not understanding the impacts of history on our people and how that has been passed across generations, across lineages. Because if we have knowledge, if we understand the impacts of trauma, we will want to kill the trauma from its roots. If you understand the impact of trauma on your lineage, you would want to kill trauma from its roots, because you are possibly going to have children and you want to transfer knowledge to your children. You want to transfer the wealth of goodness to your children. And so we need to understand the impact of slave trade on the continent of Africa, because once we understand that as a nation, then you can Look at your people and understand the impact it's had on your people over a period of time when you analyze it. And if you know those impacts, then you can go in deeper or further and analyze. So what do we need to start shifting mindsets? Where do we need to start? You can then begin to have those discussions. Okay, so I hope this video has been very helpful. Okay, thank you for joining me today.